Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and finally I'm ready to unbox my very first Xiaomi phone. Guys, I've never had a Xiaomi phone before and I was really keen. I've been thinking about it for a while now. Finally I thought it's about time I should jump on the Xiaomi bandwagon and have a look and see what the fuss is all about. So the phone in contention, as you can see, is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. Now most of you must have been thinking, why GF got this Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 when it's been on YouTube already, has been reviewed so many times. But guys, this is the newer version of the Redmi Note 3. It comes in two versions. It comes in the MediaTek X and Helio chipset version, which was released quite a few months ago and has been reviewed by many people on YouTube, whereas this one is the newer version. It comes with Snapdragon 650, which is a hexa-core 64-bit chipset, and I'm really keen to find out how the performance on this phone is. Also, the camera on this phone has also been upgraded. On the MediaTek version, the camera was 13 megapixel, whereas on this version, the Snapdragon version, the camera is 16 megapixels. So I'm really keen to find out the camera and also what the phone is all about. So guys, before I unbox this, I want to let you know that I got this phone from honorbuy.com. The delivery was very fast. I paid for the express delivery, of course. It did cost me a bit money, but the phone was with me in just 2 days time, which was very nice. So the first time I bought anything from Honorbuy, but I think I quite like their service and they've done a good job in providing me the handset in just 2 days time. So if you pay for the express delivery service, you would probably get this in the UK within 2 days. This phone was also released in India just recently. In China, it's been out already for a while, guys, and in China they call it the Redmi Note 3 Pro version, whereas the normal version, the 2 gig version, that's the normal Redmi Note 3. So the phone also comes in a 2 gig version and also comes in a 3 gig version on both the variants, the MediaTek chipset variant and this one, the Snapdragon 650. Now apparently the Snapdragon 650 is beating the Snapdragon 828, which is in the LG G4, which I've had as my daily driver for the past nearly 1 year. So I'm very keen to find out how the Redmi Note 3 fares along with the LG G4, and this is one of my favorite handsets from last year, guys. I've been using it as my daily driver for nearly a year now, so I'm very keen to find out how this phone fares against the LG G4, which I will definitely let you guys know in future videos. Okay, without any further ado, guys, let's quickly get into this and find out what the phone is all about. So on the box, as you can see, it says here Redmi Note 3 on the left and on the right, and nothing else. Let's have a look at the back of the box, guys. It gives you everything in Chinese because it comes from obviously the China, and even though they have a warehouse in EU, but obviously it's a Chinese version, so obviously everything is in Chinese, but you can still make it out. It says 4G LTE. I'll be putting my 3 UK SIM. I'm a 3 customer, guys. I normally use 3 services because they are the only one in the UK who give you unlimited data upload and download. So I love 3 UK. I will be putting my SIM in this phone, and I will definitely let you guys know later if the phone is compatible with 4G LTE services on 3 UK in the UK. The phone also has a 4000 mAh battery. Now this is one of the biggest batteries in this class of phones, and this is more than the S7 Edge, more than the S7, more than the LG G5, and more than many other phones out there. So I'm very kind of keen to find out how the battery on this phone is. Okay guys, so let's open the box up. I think you have waited enough already. I don't want to speak too much, otherwise you guys are going to say Jay talks too much and doesn't do as much. Okay, so as you can see, the phone has a screen protector sent by Honorbuy, which is very nice, or is been given by Xiaomi. I'm not too sure, but at least it's in the box if you get it from Honorbuy. Okay, so this is the phone, guys. The phone comes in 3 colors: silver, black and gold. I got the gold version because I love the gold version, and this is very nice. From what I can see, it looks absolutely brilliant. Let's take the screen protector off. I think there you go. Let's see if we can peel it off. There we go. As you can see, guys, the screen is very nice. I think the screen is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. I'm not too sure, but or maybe 4, but it definitely looks very nice from the back. So also at the back we got some case covers as well, so let's take them off as well. There we go, guys, and this is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 in its full glory. As you can see, this is the metallic version. The phone also has a fingerprint sensor along with an LED flash. I think it's a dual tone. I'm not too sure. It seems to me as if it's dual tone. Not too sure at this point of time though. And this is the 16 megapixel camera I was talking to you guys. On the MediaTek version, this camera is 13 megapixel, whereas on this variant, this is the 16 megapixel camera. Now this is the Xiaomi Mi symbol at the back, and you also have the speaker at the bottom as well. Okay, on the right hand side, guys, you have the power button and also the volume rocker as well. Very nice. And I tell you what, I don't know if you can hear on the mic. the tactile feedback is really nice, and it's really well premiumly made. As you can see, the chamfered edges as well along, guys, very nice. Okay, so if you go along down there at the bottom, you can see here you have the USB charging port along with the mic there at the bottom, and also on the left hand side, nothing apart from the SIM tray. This is where the SIM tray goes in, guys. So apparently this phone is can take micro and nano SIMs both. So they also call it the hybrid SIM tray. So it will take nano and micro, and then on top of that, I think if you take any of the one SIMs out, you can also put a micro SD card in there as well, so which is very nice. So going all the way along to the top, guys, as you can see, this is the 3.5mm jack along with another mic here, and this, my friends, is the IR blaster. Now I only paid £198 for this phone, even though I paid in euros, but when I converted it, it was only around £198, or approximately, I would say, £200. Now for £200 you're getting all this metal build, you got this IR blaster, all this stuff, was 5.5-inch screen, a full HD 1080p. I tell you what, you're not going to get many phones out there for this kind of price and with this kind of power and with this kind of specs. Also, the front camera is a 5 megapixels. If I remember correctly, I think it's got f2.2 aperture at the front, which is just about average, I would say, and at the back this camera probably has I think f2.0 aperture. So this is the nice aperture, and probably this is the main primary camera where you'll be shooting videos and photos. Not too sure if this phone records 4K. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It goes up to 1080p full HD. So I'll be keen to find out how the camera is. I'll be uploading some samples on my channel, guys, along with the videos and everything else as well, so do keep an eye on the channel. So all in all, not too bad from what I can see. It's slightly heavier than I expected. I think if I remember correctly, this phone had a weight of around 160 odd grams, 165 or 164 grams, something like that. I can't remember, even though I'm really good at remembering specs, but this phone has I think around 165 grams in weight. Now this seems slightly heavier than the LG G4, which I've also got here, guys. So this is the LG G4. Let me just move the boxing aside so that I can show you quickly the phones. Yeah, there we go. So this is the LG G4, guys, compared to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. Now if I both hold them in my hands, I can see that the Xiaomi Redmi Note is just ever slightly heavier. I know the LG G4 for sure. This is 155 grams because I've used this phone for, like I said, for nearly a year now, guys. So I know almost everything about this phone. And I'm sure you guys must have seen plenty of videos, the ones who follow me. I have given the LG G4 extensive coverage ever since I had the phone. So I know this phone very well. So I know this is for sure 155 grams. And like I said, this is slightly heavier. So my guess of telling you guys earlier in the video, 65 grams is probably 10 grams heavier than the LG G4. But still, very light for where it is, not too bad, very manageable, and you can easily hold it in your hands, not too bad. Now comparing the screen sizes, as you can see, guys, both are 5.5 inch in size, as you can see, so not too bad. There we go. So as you see very clearly, they are almost the same size. So well done by Xiaomi for keeping a nice screen to body ratio, because G4 has one of the best industry leading screen to body ratios. And the back as well, you can see, very nice. But to tell the good thing is that this phone is obviously a lot cheaper. For a metallic build, for this kind of price, it's ridiculous. Also, I have with me the OnePlus 2, guys. This also falls in the same price range as the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. And the OnePlus 2 is obviously slightly more powerful. It's got 4 gigs of RAM inside, the Snapdragon 810. But as you can see, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is slightly, less taller than the OnePlus 2, which is not too bad. But the OnePlus 2 is fairly heavy, guys. I know OnePlus 2, I had this phone ever since it was launched, and the weight on the OnePlus 2 is about 175 grams. So it's fairly chunky, fairly heavier as compared to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. So if you have a OnePlus 2 and you plan to buy the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, the very first thing you will see is, guys, is the weight of the phone. The weight is definitely lighter as compared to OnePlus 2, and it's much more manageable in size as well. If you look at their width as well, I think the OnePlus 2 is just ever slightly more thicker than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. As you can see, and this curve at the back makes it a bit more thicker than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, but apart from that, not too bad. The OnePlus 2 has the metal frame going all the way across, which is not bad at all. So all in all, a decent effort by OnePlus 2 for the price as well. So these phones are, I think, going to be, anybody looking to buy in this sort of budget will definitely be looking at both these phones, and I would say they're both premiumly built and not too bad at all. Okay, so I think we forgot the unboxing, guys. I didn't even look at the other accessories. Like normal unboxing, you see people always put the phone aside and say, oh, let's have a look at the box. So I thought, let's have a look at the phone first, and then we'll have a look at the box. So now that we had a look at the phone, guys, let's put the phone somewhere here so you guys can keep an eye on it at the same time whilst I show you the box contents. Okay, so there we go. It's in your vision, so you can see it whilst I unbox it. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is probably the documentation, and this should have a SIM ejector tool in there as well, I think. Okay, let's have a look. No SIM ejector tool for some reason. Oh, there you go at the back, is it? No, okay. Alright, for some reason the SIM ejector tool is not there. That's surprising. But anyway, it's not a problem. I'm sure most of you, I'll tell you what, no, sorry, there you go, there it is. So there it is, guys. This is the tool to open the SIM tray, so it's there ready. I thought it wasn't there, do apologize about that. Okay, so put this away, and this is the normal regular documentation, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys are not interested in. At least I am not, because I know this is all in Chinese and I can't even understand what this says. But what I'm interested in is in the phone, guys, not this. Okay, so that's it. So it also comes with a USB cable, guys. That's to charge with your adapter, obviously, and also to connect to your PC. And also you have here the charger, guys. This is the European charger, by the way. This is not the UK charger. In the UK we have a 3-pin charger, whereas here you can see it's a 2-pin charger. But I'm sure charging for me is not a problem, because I got plenty of chargers. But for you, if you don't get, they also sent me, tell you what, they sent me this converter as well. But this is also a 2-pin one. There wasn't a 3-pin one. Even though they knew I was a UK customer, when I gave them my address, obviously they must have seen, and they said in the description on onobuy.com, they said if whichever country you ordered from, we will give you the respective converter. But I think they probably didn't do it. It's a bit of a mistake on their part, but then again, nothing major. Most of us got chargers and converters anyway. If you haven't got one, you can always buy one from Amazon, from somewhere else, but maybe a couple of quid or maybe £1. You can buy a converter 3-pin, and you can just plug it into your 3-pin socket in the UK. So let's have a look at the power of the adapter, guys. As you can see there at the bottom, it says in Chinese, but I can work it out. This is 5 volt and 2000 milliampere, which is 2 amp. So it's a 2 amp charger, not a fast charger. Now, as far as fast charging is concerned, Xiaomi is marketing the phone as having fast charging. I've seen a few unboxings before. I've seen a few guys complaining that the phone takes too long to charge. I will be using this charger to have a look and see how long it takes. And also I'll be using my fast charger. I've got quite a few fast chargers with me. I've got the Motorola turbo charger and a couple of Anker fast chargers as well. So I will charge the phone with fast charger, and I will definitely let you guys know what the charging is like. Whereas this one, the one which come in the box as standard, this has 2 ampere 5 volt, so it's fairly fast, but it's not actually fast charger, it's just regular charging. Okay, so let's have a look, guys. Now let's turn the phone on very quickly and have a look and see what this is all about. I have never had a Xiaomi phone before, guys. Like I said, this is my very first time, and I am very excited. I want to see what this phone has to offer. I will be doing my lag or no lag videos on the phone. I'll be doing heating tests on the phone. I'll be playing games on it. I'll be testing the speaker. There'll be loads of videos, guys, in the few weeks to come. So I'm very excited. And also the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, I've ordered that as well, and that should be with me in the next week or so. So I'll be putting the S7 Edge along with Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, and we do all sorts of comparison videos. I will also be doing comparison videos with the LG G4. As you guys know, this phone has the Snapdragon 828, and the Redmi Note 3 has the Snapdragon 650, and the claims that the 650 is actually doing better in benchmarks than the 808, only time would tell. Obviously it's all subjected to my testing. I'll definitely be doing the benchmarking as well, and please keep an eye on my social media, Google Plus, Facebook, guys. I regularly post stuff there all the time. There are lots of discussions. All my people, my followers, my friends, they all discuss stuff with me on there, so please do tune into my social media, and you will be updated about every single thing about all these phones. Okay, so we have the phone switched on now, guys. So let's get into the phone straight away. The brightness is quite low, so let's turn the brightness up. Is this way? Yeah, there we go. So let's turn the brightness fully up, guys. There we go. So we have now the brightness fully up. Exit this. Okay, so let me just turn the light a bit low because my light is too strong. So I want you guys to obviously have a look at the screen. So for some reason the brightness is not as strong. Let's get into setting. Let's get into display. Just make sure it is not on adaptive brightness level. It was on adaptive brightness. There we go. Now you're at the full glory. There we go. So now you have the phone in its full glory, guys, and now I'm sure you can see much better than before. I know my light is a bit too strong. I think you might not be able to look at the screen very clearly, so let me dim the light a bit to show you guys. In fact, let me just turn this off completely so that you guys can have a look at it straight away inside of the light. So there you go, guys, as you can see. So this is the interface. I'll tell you what, it didn't even give me a chance to configure the phone. It seems to me as if people at Honorbuy had opened the phone already and they pre-configured it for me, because I can see that the Play Store is installed already. Now this is one thing which a lot of European customers, including people in the UK and the US, they are very worried, because when phones come from China, they don't have Play Store installed in because of the Google troubles with the Chinese market, whatever that the problems are. But I can see that the Play Store is installed already. So in a way it's a good thing, because they've configured the phone already for me. They've installed Play Store. If they wouldn't have installed the Play Store, I would have probably shown you anyway, because I know exactly how to install Play Store on the Xiaomi phones. But from what I can see, the Play Store is installed already, so that's why hence you have this phone pre-configured even before I can go through the setup. Okay, so now let's get into setting, guys, and let's quickly get into about phone. I want to have a look and see which version of Android this phone is running. So this is running 5.1.1 Lollipop, guys, as you can see, and also this is the Redmi Note 3, and I want to see what MIUI version this phone is running. This phone is running MIUI 7.1, as you guys can see very clearly in the video. So this is the MIUI 7.1. As we speak, I think MIUI 7.2, I only read this yesterday, is already rolling out to top Xiaomi phones, and this phone is also in the same batch, I think, because it's a newer phone, so obviously they will keep it updated. Now I plan to keep this phone, guys, for a long time to come, probably for the rest of this year 2016. So every time there are updates on the phone, I will definitely let you guys know. This phone will be covered extensively on my channel, so please do keep an eye on the channel. The security patch level here is obviously up till I think January, so it's not in February, so they need to update this one as well, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. Also, you can see this is the Extra-core Snapdragon 650, like I said, guys, a maximum clock speed at 1.8 GHz. Also the RAM is 3 gigs, and the internal memory is 32 gig, and out of that we have 25.02 available, which is not too bad, very nice, a lot better than other devices like Samsung and others which do install a lot of bloatware. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's get into status and have a look and see. So we have 49% battery already installed on this, so not too bad. By the way, these buttons here are capacitive buttons and they also light up, so I'm not too sure if I can somehow change this, but like I said, it's because it's my first time in the Xiaomi phone, guys, so I'm still like you, more or less like you, trying to learn this everything else, which I tell you what, I will probably give you a detailed long tour on Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 and the MIUI, obviously Lollipop, and this is also due for Marshmallow very soon as well, so I will be doing that at some point, guys. So I'll be giving you a detailed view of Marshmallow on this, and also we'll go through the setup once I have my SIM in the phone. I will be using this as my daily driver for the next quite couple of weeks, guys, maybe throughout the year every now and then, so you will see regular stuff on the phone from my side. Okay, let's have a look at themes. Agree. So they got themes as well, but obviously because I haven't got the Wi-Fi connected at the moment, so I can't say much for now. Let's have a quick look at the camera and see if we can take a couple of photos and see how good the shutter speed is. Okay, so let's take a photo. Okay, the flash is on. Let's turn the flash off. I want to see how does it perform without the flash. Fairly fast. There you go. So the shutter speed is pretty nice, actually, not too bad. And keeping in mind it's a 16 megapixel camera, I think it's doing fairly well. Let's zoom this in and have a look and see. As you can see, guys, you can see pretty clearly, so it's not too bad. Decent camera. I can see a bit of whites being blown off at the back, overexposed. But obviously this is not the top of the range camera, so you don't expect that kind of performance. So there's a bit of overexposure at the back. As you can see, the top of the camera has gone a bit whitish, but overall not too bad. So guys, this is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. The one thing I've noticed so far on the screen especially is that, as you must have seen, I've tried to increase the brightness a bit, but because I'm in broad daylight here and I can't see the screen being too bright for some reason. I don't know why that is, but this is the maximum brightness we're gonna get. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it looks okay, not too bad, But when you compare to the phones like the OnePlus 2, for instance, the OnePlus 2 also has a 5.5-inch full HD screen, and it gets really bright. Let me see, and if I can show you really quickly how bright it can get. So as you can see, the OnePlus 2 is already brighter than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. So that's the kind of brightness you expect from a phone, but then again, obviously paid less money. Don't get me wrong, it still looks very nice, it's not too bad on the eyes, it's easy on the eyes, guys, but probably that's done to save the battery and also to save the cost at the same time. So we will leave that for now. Also, I've noticed there is no app drawer on the phone on MIUI, so this is also something new for me for a change. So no app drawer, guys, but obviously you can install a Google launcher and you can always have an app drawer should you wish. This is Android, and obviously there's no limit. You can customize the phone as much as you want, and you can do whatever you feel like. So guys, this was a quick unboxing and first look and first impressions of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, my first ever Xiaomi phone, guys. I am very excited. I want to see how this fingerprint works. I want to see how the phone performs, how does the heating hold up, and how does the battery hold up. But all in all, the feeling in the hand is very premium, and I tell you what, for a metal aluminium phone, it doesn't seem as if it's going to slip out of my hands. So I might actually live with the phone without a case, but I would love to put a case on it because I want to keep it obviously protected. It's going to be my long-term phone, so I want to make sure that it is there for a long time to come without any damage. But very well built, very premiumly built for this price, not too bad at all. So guys, if you like my video, like always, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions? I know this is my new phone. This is my very first Xiaomi phone, and I'm sure anybody watching who haven't had a Xiaomi phone before and they are just about planning to get one or thinking about getting one, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, guys, and please subscribe to my channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.